subtle observation. So we have Chandrakalaji with us.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste,
Namaste
Didi.
to all. Bhaiya, when I am observing without moving the body, I notice that when I observe within that body what a sensation is going on, suddenly something, some sound outside, if it happen, my attention is go outside. I am here unable to notice that how within a fraction of time the self take a decision to observe outside. So here uh, uh, it is the self choice to read the sensation. I understood that, but here I am unable to notice that uh, how self take a decision to go within a fraction of second to read that outside sensation, Bhaiya. Yeah, Bhaiya.
Yes, Didi. So am I audible, Didi?
Yeah.
Okay. So you may change this language. Language
Mm-hmm.
means how the self decide to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying this,
Mm-hmm.
you may say that how do I decide?
Mm-hmm.
है ना?
Yeah,
When
Bhaiya.
we say self, it makes
Mm.
sense that self is another thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So when you will use I, then
Mm.
you will feel responsibility
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
of
Bhaiya.
your decisions.
Mm.
Right. So see, I am observing one sensation in body.
Mm.
Suddenly something happened outside.
Mm.
Now I have shifted my attention outside. So
Mm-hmm.
two things have happened. Number one, something has happened outside. This is one
Mm.
part,
Mm.
and it has impacted my body.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you are concentrating on your body and suddenly a car pass
Mm.
है ना,
Vehicle
nearby
sound.
your some
Mm.
vehicle.
Mm.
Now its sounds reaches to your ear
Mm.
and you decide to read it.
Mm-hmm.
So you decide to read it. That's why you have shifted from
Mm.
earlier reading.
Mm.
Now you decide to read this sound. Once you read this sound,
Mm.
then you calculate within yourself that this is a car that is passed nearby our house, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So you are able to hear that sound through your body,
Mm-hmm.
right? So earlier I was reading one sensation. Now this is second
Mm.
sensation that has happened.
Mm.
At the same time, many other sensations are also happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it is up to me. It
Mm.
is up to me which sensation I give importance. So
Mm.
suppose suddenly a glass fall down. Now it is
Mm.
I take it as a priority. What has happened?
Mm.
Something has damaged or not. That's
Mm.
why my attention immediately shift to that event.
Mm.
So if that event is not at my priority, then I may
Mm.
not shift to another sensation. So suppose you are watching TV
Mm.
and someone is calling you. So because you are indulged in that serial, so you do not
Mm.
listen in that person's call
Mm.
because that serial is at your priority.
Mm.
So it depends on my priority.
Mm.
So I've involved so much that I do not take input from others.
Mm.
Right. Similarly, you can see children, students of engineering college.
Mm.
They keep involving themselves in many inputs, but at
Mm.
the time of examination, they
Mm.
only focus just one
Mm.
night before the exam. They only focus on their study.
Mm.
At that time, they do not listen music. They do not take care of other things
Mm.
because Now exam is at their priority.
Mm.
So it is a matter of priority.
Mm.
But
Bhaiya,
even
bhaiya,
you can
here,
observe it.
bhaiya, here, suppose a mosquito biting,
Hmm.
I I noticed that I took the decision to smash that, uh, so it is biting like that. But here, when I am focusing on what sensation is there in within the body, suddenly some vehicle sound is there. I am not noticed that whether I gave the I took how when I took the decision to take a sensation outside. So outside, what is going on, like a sound, something, that fraction of second it happened, no? So that I am not unable to notice, but yeah. So means I am
For
not
that,
so
Didi,
keen observation, yeah.
for that, more
Mm.
sharpness is required.
But yeah, that I noticed, but yeah.
So for
Mm.
that, more sharpness is required.
Mm. Mm.
If you practicing it, then you
Mm.
can see that now you are able to see those sensation that normal
Mm.
people cannot see.
Mm. Mm.
But with this help of exercise, you are able to sense those sensations. Now
Mm.
you exactly want awareness in shifting.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so for that, more practice is more observation is required.
Yeah, but yeah. Mm. Yeah.
And so sharpness is required.
Yeah.
Yes, Didi.
Thank you, bhaiya. Thank you.
Okay, Didi. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yes, so we have Balji Bhaiya, Balji Reddy Bhaiya. Namaste Bhaiya.
Namaskar, Bhaiya. Namaskar to all. And in this 10 minutes observation, I observed different sources of sensation. What I observed, uh, unconsciously, I focused my attention. Means just now what you have explained, that sharpness is required. That's why we can say unconsciously the word. However, I only decided to uh, focus my attention on one sound from washroom. Sound is coming, and the association of meaning is normal. Just it is because my son is using the washroom. That's why that sound is coming. Just I am influenced. Means what? I cannot say I am influenced. Yes, I am influenced. That I heard it, and just I responded, and I decide to express. I have not decided to express my means what outside. Simply, I kept calm. So wantedly, I searched other sources also outside physiochemical change. The environment in my room is normal. That's why the heat and cold I did not observe, and events in the body that is not at all there. Wantedly, I searched these other sources. And the fourth one, imagination in the self. Yes, I was observing the peace, worries, and all. I was observing, but they're all normal. So regarding sensation, they are there. But in the meanwhile, my thoughts are. I mean to say, I am flowing with my thoughts. Then I started doing my exercise one. I was trying to observe them. Like that, I means what I observed by in this 10 minutes observation. Kindly guide me.
Nice Bhaiya. So that's fine Bhaiya. You are aware, you are observing the different sources, and you are also able to see that those sensation for which for which we are in regularly we see those sensation that we do not take as important, so we keep focusing on others sensation. So that's nice Bhaiya, that you are able to see all the four sources. Nice Bhaiya.
Thank you very much, Bhaiya. Namaskar.
Namaste. So we have Purvi Didi with us. Namaste Didi.
Yes, Bhaiya, good morning. Good morning to all of you. I got actually today I have joined the class late, so just wanted to say that my yesterday's questions, I think it was resolved there and then only, because the in the matlab, two external types of sensations, I realized that in earlier I thought that physiochemical sensations were only the ones which were in close proximity with the body, like heat, cold, and food. But when you said yesterday, even sound and sight will also make that physiochemical change in the body. So it will come over there only. And then obviously imagination can come in all four of those types. So that was my question, and I think it has been resolved now, yes.
Okay.
Yes, babe.
So nice, Didi. You have got answer.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, nice. Yes, Didi. So we can sum up this step number 5. So reading sensation or not reading sensation is my decision. It depends upon what sensations I consider important. And anyhow, when I am reading, I am involved into this. My sanskars are involved into this. So whatever I am observing with the help of body, so I am involved into it. And I am involved, my sanskars are involved. So this reading or not reading is my decision. And how I decide, it depends on what sensations I considered important. Right, number 1. Number 2, when I am associating meaning to sensation, it also depends on my sanskara. So what meaning I will associate with that sensation, it also depends on my sanskara. Similarly, based on this meaning, I get influenced by it. Either I will get influenced by it or not. It depends on my sanskar again. And with that, I decide my feelings accordingly. So if you see, all this depends upon my sanskar. So I need to observe my sanskar. So when I am indulged inside, my state of being depends on my sanskar. When I am looking outside, when I am observing my body, my sanskars are also involved into that. And when I am looking outside, my sanskars are involved into that. So if you see, my sanskars are involved everywhere. That's why it becomes important to observe our sanskar. And that's why if you see, we invested 1 month in exercise 1. And the whole focus of exercise 1 to purify our sanskar. So if we sum up this step 5, we can say that I need to observe my sanskar, because body is a material unit. Physiochemical activities are taking place. Now I am happy or unhappy because of my own sanskar. Because each time I associate some meaning to some events, and that meanings depends on my sanskar. So if my sanskar is based on understanding, my feeling is natural based on right understanding. I remain in a state of happiness. I rightly evaluate the input. Then I decide to respond to those inputs. If my sanskar is based on assumptions, my meanings, my feelings will not be definite. So I may incorrectly evaluate the input and may become excited or react. So it will ensure a state of unhappiness. So therefore we can say I need to observe my sanskar. I need to align my sanskar based on understanding, right understanding. So this is what we need to do. So once my sanskars are aligned with reality, then I will rightly evaluate the sensation. I will rightly evaluate the inputs of the body, and then I will respond. I will respond to my body. I will respond outside. If it is not based on right understanding, it is based on assumptions. I may react inside. I may react to body. I may react outside. Right. So ultimately, it is my sanskar, and I need to be aware of those sanskar. And to be aware of those sanskar, we practiced exercise 1 with the help of 7 steps. So that's why we said in the beginning that this exercise 2 is in continuation of exercise 1. Right. So all 7 steps I am practicing, and with that practice, I am observing the body. And each time my sanskar is playing role. So when I am interacting with another person, my sanskar plays an important role. When I interact with my body, my sanskar plays an important role. And that's why we need to be aware of my sanskar. I need to observe my sanskar, and I need to align my sanskar with coexistence, harmony, and relationship. So this is what we need to do. All right. So it's time for Hindi session. So we will continue this session tomorrow. And so thank you everyone for participating in this morning session. So I request Sunil Bhaiya to start in this session. Namaste Bhaiya.
Ji Priya, Namaste. Thank you so much, Gopal Priya, for this enriching session in English in the morning today. Thank you, all the participants, for your reflections, sharing, and active participation in the English morning session. Now we can see the announcements in the chat box. So one of them is to look at the WhatsApp group of the morning session every day to see the assignments and do it. Share it on the next day. And you can watch the previous recordings through the links available in the chat box if you miss out any session. Now this conference, which is announced, will happen worldwide from 22nd to 24th of November in the online mode. So the link to register for the conference is still active. So you can register till 14th of November. You can share the link to the potential delegates and to the policymakers of your institution for registration. And you can contact the regional coordinators for any assistance in this regard. Today is Sunday, so the monthly meeting of this month will be held today, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Hindi and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. in English. So Ganesh Pagaria sir will address us in these two meetings, so we can be part of one of these two meetings or both of them. Couple of workshops are also announced online in online mode in the month of November. One in English, one in